Hello, Vinyl community. This is Scott, DJ Vinyl Vertigo here. It's Sunday night, and before I go to bed, I just want to say hello to everybody, give you guys an update. I'm doing really, really well. I'm off oxygen. I'm on blood thinners for 6 months, and so far so good. I saw my blood doctor the other day, and he was saying that I'm progressing very, very well. Going back to work tomorrow. I already started working. Saturday I had 2 private clients. Got through it without breathing hard, without being exhausted, which is really great. So I'm on the right track. Like I said before, last time I had my weight checked, I lost 30 pounds. I think I lost some more, which is really good. My goal is to get down to the point where I'm not taxing my lungs, my heart, or my knee. And I'm getting into my skinny jeans again. I think that's going to happen. That's going to happen. No, I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I also want to say thank you to everybody who has been looking at my channel and looking at the my soul tag, my vinyl soul tag, and who have participated, who have actually answered the questions and done videos, which I've seen quite a few of them. I'm going to look at some more tonight. So it's really exciting to see people really getting into it and enjoying it and having fun doing it. I think even Mazzy even did one. I watched Mazzy's earlier this evening. Really good one. And thank you, Mazzy, for doing that. You're kind of like you were my inspiration to be in the vinyl community actively and having a channel in the first place. So kudos to you for that, Norman Maslow. And I just also want to say thank you to Rachel for encouraging me every step of the way. She encourages me to do whatever, to just be fearless and just do whatever. And I hold that really close to my heart. I got some records that came to me in the mail. They were at my office while I was out sick. I obviously wasn't able to go to my office, but I went to my office the other day to pick up my massage table so I can go to work, and I found all these boxes in my room. So I got a few things to show you. But I just want to make a comment, and you know me, I always have something to say. That somebody in the vinyl community, I'm not going to name names because that's not important, but there was a stream going on that I was watching this evening, a live stream, and they were denigrating certain artists for being wimp rock and rollers. And I mean, if all you want to do is rock out all the time, and it have to be hard and edgy and vitriolistic, that kind of thing, I mean, I think that you need to mature as a listener of rock and roll, because there's all kinds of rock and roll. You don't just have to be edgy and hard and rocking and loud and screaming and searing guitars. You don't have to be that. You can actually be kind of calm and cool and play piano and that kind of thing. So I don't believe in that. And but that's okay. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But I think that you need to sort of mature your taste and kind of, examine other things other than your little circle of kind of rock and roll that you like. And in particular, they were saying that Elton John is wimp rock, this person was saying. And I'm sorry, I beg to differ. Anybody who in 1976, I think it was, or 78, coming out as bisexual, and in 1980 coming out as gay and being a rock and roller and going out there and filling stadiums is a badass and is not a wimp. And I'm sorry, you're wrong on that. You have to take that back and take it back silently. You don't have to do it to me. Just take it back in your mind and reprogram your mind when it comes to what you think wimp rock is. Elton John is nobody's wimp. I tell you that right now. Anyway, so let's get past that. I know I'm going to get in trouble for that, but I don't care, because it's the truth. And I say the truth. When I feel it's true, I'm going to say it. Anyway, and I'm a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker, and I think this person is a New Yorker that said that. So anyway, so this is what I got. Oh, God, controversy. Drama. No, it's not drama. It's just the truth. That's all. Anyway, so these are some of the records that I picked that I got in the mail. I talked about this in my soul my soul tag, and I only showed a CD of it because I didn't have the actual vinyl, and now the vinyl has arrived, and it's this great record. This is Nancy, sorry. This is Aretha Franklin's Amazing Grace, and it is amazing. This was made into a documentary. If you haven't seen the documentary, definitely check it out. It's Aretha at her most raw. It is. She wanted to do a live recording of her gospel album. She's done other gospel albums, but this one is just the tip top. And this is with Reverend Cleveland on this album. The 2 record set, and this is white vinyl, I believe. Yeah, really good stuff. If you haven't gotten this, definitely get it. Even if you're not into gospel, I don't understand how anybody who if you like R&B at all, I don't know how you can not like gospel at all. I mean, I know even if you don't go for the type of religious stuff, it's about the feeling, it's about the spirit, it's about where R&B and blues and all that stuff kind of comes from. It comes from this kind of stuff, and it's the purity of this record that lets you know why Aretha is Aretha. I mean, this is really a great album called Amazing Grace. Must have in any collection. All right, God, I'm on fire today. Listen Without Prejudice, George Michael. This is my first record on vinyl that I have. I've always had, when George Michael was really hot, it was a CD era for me, and so I was buying CDs of his. So, and I didn't buy Wham back in the day, so I bought Wham later, and it was on CD. So I never had any George Michael on vinyl. I didn't have Faith on vinyl. I didn't have Older on vinyl. I didn't have Listen Without Prejudice on vinyl. But now I have this, and this is a great, this says Praying for Time. But the best thing on here is Freedom 90. I just love that song so much. Waiting is a really good song, but Waiting for That Day is a great song. Heal the Pain, and his doing Stevie Wonder's They Won't Go When I Go is killer. So this is a really great record. Listen Without Prejudice, yeah. George Michael. I also picked up another gentleman from the UK, Paul Weller, Illumination. And this is a great record. First ever reissue of Paul Weller's 2002 studio album, UK's #1 album, included the hit singles It's Written in the Stars and Leafy Mysteries, featuring guest performances by Carleen Anderson, Jocelyn Brown, who I've worked with, and musically, Kelly Jones and Noel Gallagher from Oasis. Lacquers were cut at Metropolis Studios, heavyweight vinyl, original packaging, and replica. Paul has clearly regained his sense of adventure, spirited, and joyous album, and I agree. It's a really cool record, and it's the original design, which is the curved edges, and it's the man. That's the man, Paul Weller. Great album, Illumination. And it's got this, it's like glossy on this side and matted on this side. It's really cool. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's cool. Really cool stuff. So I'm glad to have this. This is by Kraft. I'm having an issue with Kraft because I'm kind of pissed off at them because they put out Epiphany. I know I've talked about this before. Epiphany by Shaka Khan. It's the greatest hits album. The CD version has all her greatest hits plus about 5 more songs that you can't get anywhere else. And when Kraft recreated that on vinyl, they took off the 5 extra songs, and so 5 or 6 extra songs that you can't get anywhere else physically. And so it's just the greatest hits, but without all the extras. And I think they should have made it a double LP, and maybe they'll come to their senses and come out with a double LP. I'd be willing to pay for that. I just think, it's kind of pisses me off that you got to pay close to $30 for something that doesn't have what the CD has. Come on, get with the program, Kraft. Anyway, this is a new record. This is a new record that just came out. A group called The Common Heart, and it's called For Work or Love. This guy, He's there on the back. The lead vocalist, I can't think of his name right now, but he reminds me a lot of Nathaniel Rateliff in the Night Sweats. He's very much like Nathaniel Rateliff. He also reminds me a lot of Mark Broussard or Teddy Swims or Chris Stapleton. He's that type of a singer. Really good, really raw, and just cool. It's very, sounds very Southern or very Western or whatever, but like this is really soulful. It's kind of like early R&B, early soul kind of stuff, but I consider him like a blue-eye soul singer. And this is The Common Heart, and they have about 3 or 4 records. I have 2 on vinyl, and I have both of these also on CD, so I don't have the earlier stuff, but I'm looking for the earlier stuff. But really good. If you haven't seen The Common Heart, I saw them in Tampa about maybe 4 or 5 years ago at the Abbey. Is it called the Abbey? The Attic. The Attic, yeah, in Tampa. And they took the seats out of the room. They just took the chairs out of the room because they knew everybody was going to want to dance, and people were dancing and running around. It was like a tent revival. It was so cool. The Common Heart. If you like that kind of music, if you like that kind of singing, I mean, he's just like, he's got this raspy, raw, loud voice, and he's just like, ah! He's really good. Yes, it's really good stuff. This is The Common Heart. You really dig that. And then I had to have this just because I don't have anything vinyl of hers. And back in the day when she was really at her best, these are the records. I think her 2nd through her 6th record, because people think her first record was Control, but the 2nd through her 3rd through her 6th, her 3rd through her 6th or 7th record are amazing. They're 4 records, and it's Janet Jackson. Control was her 3rd album. Her 4th album was Rhythm Nation. Her 5th album was this one, Janet, period. And that's the one I got. That's the one I picked up. And her next one was called The Velvet Rope. I think those 4 records are like definitive Janet Jackson. Those are like the ones, the go-to Janet Jackson records. The earlier ones are cute. They're cute little like bubblegummy kind of stuff and has some kind of funky stuff on those. And her later ones have bits and pieces of good stuff. All For You is pretty good. And the ones after that, nothing's bad. It's just that they don't have, to me, the same cohesiveness that her heyday records. I mean, Control was killer. I mean, of course, I mean, everybody was checking her out when that came out. They were just like blown away. And then Rhythm Nation came and she just kind of solidified it. She took it home. She said, hey, mic drop, Rhythm Nation, come on. And then, after that was this, which was her sexy period, where she was really, really sexy on this. And the videos are very sexy. If is probably one of the sexiest funk dance tunes ever made, I think. And the video is just like really sexy. And Throb is a great, great sexy dance tune. And I mean, this reeks sex. This album is so good. I mean, she gave Madonna a run for her money on this record, Janet. And then after that was The Velvet Rope, which she was really getting more into her, cerebral stuff again. And that's what she sampled Joni Mitchell and, all that kind of stuff. It's really cool. And then after that, it was kind of like, she got so big, it was like, I don't think she had time to really sit down and be conceptual anymore, in my opinion. But to me, that was her heyday, right in that period. Really like that. So I had to get this. This I could listen to all the time. I mean, that's the way love goes. Come on, you want this. If, Throb, Will I Do. This is Because of Love. I mean, this is some really cool stuff. And it's supposed to have an extra track on here called Whoops Now. A hidden track called Whoops Now, which I have to check out because I don't think I know that one. She looks so good. Yeah. Janet. Yeah. So anyhow, that's it for today. Just want to say thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, do so. Hit the like button if you like this video. It's always nice to get those. It's really nice to get subscriptions. If you haven't subbed yet, just go ahead, sub. Why not? Just do it. doesn't hurt. Just do it. It's fun. And I'll probably, at some point, I have patients tomorrow where I work. So when I get a break, I'll jump into the Rachel's Ghost Peanut Gallery and check out what's going on there. Hopefully they won't be talking about what I just said about this whole thing about Wimp Rock. Be careful when you say stuff like that, because Scott might be around, and Scott, you know, sometimes Scott gets, I get a bug up my ass about certain things. I just don't like when people generalize stuff, you know. It's just, come on, mature a little bit. Anyway, take care, guys. Keep listening to good music. Be kind to one another. And guess what? DeSantis has stepped down. Yes, yes. Florida, please, let's get him through the rest of his term as governor in this state and get rid of that sucker so we can get back to real things in Florida. All right, take care. Bye.